Tajima quick back cutter knife, model DFC569B, also known as TAJ-11593. Okay, quick back, 18mm, 3/4 of an inch, auto retracting system. That's the knife, sharp. One blade included, Tajima. What's on the back side? Super hard driver tip, multi-purpose fin, snapping off the blade, changing blade, safety instructions, the way that this retracting system works, blade types accepted, Tajima company info website. Let's get it out now. Whoa. You've seen what happened? The blade just popped out. Well, yeah, I know this is not the best way of opening the packaging, but still, yeah, something tells me this mechanism is kind of weakish. Yeah, I better check that first. It's like just super easy, 2 LEDs. So let's compare it to the old orange classic cutter serving me for years. Look at that thing. Even without the protection, there's just no accidental opening. Super hard. Yeah, it's just not moving. Look, like this red thing, like it's supposed to protect it and hold, but like once you touch it slightly, it just shoots. No, for me this is definitely a drawback. And since I got the oldie out, let's compare them quickly side by side. Length, the oldie 15, Tajima roughly 19 centimeters long. Tajima 90 grams, and the oldie with half a blade, almost 30 grams. The yellow on the handle is just plastic, black is rubberized plastic, the screwdriver tip on the cutting end, the multi-purpose fin on the other end, lanyard hole, knurling on the top, holds really well in hand, makes a good impression, good build quality. Now let's check the main feature I got this knife for, the quick back self-retracting system. It works like that. You press the black button forward, it extends the blade, then you cut. Once you release the button, the blade should just jump back to its original position set by the red lock button. Have you seen what just happened? The red lock button, instead of staying in place, it just followed the blade and jumped forward. It should not do that. This is wrong. And now just watch the red lock button. When there's about 2/3 of blade left in the knife, the closer the red lock button moves forward, the less blade extends. I find that to be another minus. And here we go again. The red lock button didn't hold in place and just jumped forward, followed the blade. And this is no coincidence. During the short time I'm having this knife, this happened too many times. Not all the time, sometimes it functions and then it just skips. So, no, in my opinion, this is just unreliable. I'll show you now a couple of more examples. The self-retracting system failing. As for me, this is enough. It shouldn't function like that, shouldn't be failing as often as it does, or at all. That's why I'm returning my knife and I just cannot recommend anyone buying it for this function. Kinda disappointing. Such a good design, good idea, but in this product, yeah, that's just a fail. Sad reality. Apologies to those waiting for the conclusions closer to the end of the video. I just don't want to waste anyone's time. If you're still curious, I'll show this and that about the knife. Just keep watching then. Now, another look at the self-retracting system how much blade extends depending on the location of the red lock button. One word: inconsistency. Now let's get the blade out and have a closer look at the self-retracting and locking mechanism. This tiny metallic rounded spring-loaded pin is holding blade in place. Let's see the blade wobble. Looks quite average, actually more on the looser side. The orange oldie is surely tighter. I'd say this knife is not for the super precision cutting. The quick back self-retracting system in action, very sharp blade, the good old Tajima quality, no complaints here. The multi-purpose fin is quite cool actually. You can do some cutting, scrubbing, prying with it. The general thickness of the fin is 0.9 mm and only half a millimeter at the outer edge. Let's try opening a new can of paint with the fin. I'm prying up the lid slowly, carefully from all sides, not to apply too much pressure to the fin. It just seems so thin, don't want to break it or bend it. Done. Let's see how it looks now. Scratched off paint, no other physical damage. It's okay. Now the driver tip. It's between 0.7 and 0.8 millimeters thick. Now let's try driving in the screw into a hardwood board. No pre-drilled holes, quite a task. Damage check, next to none. So, what can I say? I like everything else about this knife, except it's just failing holding the blade too often. And that's why all I can say is So long, knife. Better luck somewhere else.